Welcome to the MD Solutions Optimax Training Series, using the TCM Schedule and Series Tool Part 1. In this session, we will discuss identifying your current scheduling workflow, understanding the difference between a recurring scheduled activity and an individual scheduled activity, why it's important to distinguish the difference between a recurring and individual scheduled activity, and creating recurring scheduled activities. Note that prior to viewing this session, you should have already viewed Navigating the Activity Calendar session. The activity schedule allows you to match or perhaps enhance your current scheduling workflow. If you currently schedule out 30 days at a time or quarterly, you will use the activity schedule to mimic that workflow. You will use the recurring activity feature in TCM as the first step in building your master activity schedule. To create a recurring activity, select the day and time you want to schedule, right-click, and choose New Appointment. Set your activity, the facility, the location for the activity, and the recurrence. For this appointment, we'll set a start time of 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., occurring weekly on Tuesdays, starting on 4/7/2020, with an end-by date of 6/9/2020. Note that the end-by date is required. Now you'll set your client or clients for the activity and save and close. Looking back at your activity calendar, you can identify the recurring activity versus a standalone scheduled activity by noting the word recurring on the appointment. The recurring activity is simply the tool used to mimic your current scheduling process. As such, the first day in the recurring event is the day of record in the system. If you were to leave the activity as a recurring record, all encounter data and billing records will be tied to the first day in the recurring record. As a clinical professional, you want your encounter data and billing data to be tied to the actual date and time of the encounter. Therefore, you must convert your recurring activity schedule to an individual activity when you have completed setting up your schedule to match your current workflow. So your final step in creating your activity schedule is to convert all recurring scheduled activities to an individual schedule using the series tool. To use the series tool, select the recurring appointment, click the series tool, then create. Click OK on the scheduled activity. Doing this sets the encounter data to the date of service and ties the billing record to that day of service. This must be done prior to having your staff work from their schedule. Failure to complete this step will impact your encounter data as well as billings.